Hey, good morning, everybody. Tim Walsh coming to you live for the Illinois Fire Service Institute from Colona, Illinois, out on the western part of the state, Mavis 39, out near Rock Island, Moline, and the Quad Cities. So today, we're working with our BOF students again. This is stop 3 in the 2022 BOF Tour worldwide. Yesterday, we brought you 2 live training evolutions. Today, we're going to bring you 2 more. So we're starting here in Colona, and I'm with Assistant Chief Doug Schmutzer from the Rock Island Arsenal, who just retired, and he's the lead coordinator out here at Colona. Doug, tell us what you guys are doing today.
Today we are doing firefighter drags this morning, car fires, and stair carries, both firefighter and civilian. This afternoon we'll be doing the students' PEC practical testing.
Okay, first of all, who's the chief here? Who should we thank?
Chief John Swan.
Chief John Swan. And for fire chiefs watching this, if you watch this later today or tonight, we're always looking for sites to provide this free training in conjunction with the Illinois State Fire Marshal. And why is that important? Well, the majority of the firefighters in this country, over 70% or 700,000 firefighters, are volunteers. And a long time ago, they didn't need realistic certified state training to get that done. Now they do. The situations that firefighters run into all across the country requires real training that provides a certification through the state, and they're doing clinical and didactic time. So they work from home on their computers and they meet a couple times a night, a couple times a week,
Yep.
right, Doug? And then they come on weekends, every other weekend, over a period of several months to complete their practical objectives, which is what they're doing today. So they're doing firefighter rescue and survival, which is one of the NFPA objectives, and they're working on it here. So let's take a look at what they're doing. So the SCBA harness is the greatest thing to move a down firefighter in a pinch to get them out of harm's way. So here at the Illinois Fire Service Institute, we have a very robust RIT program, and we translate some of that material into basic firefighter survival with our basic operation firefighters. So they're working on getting those straps connected appropriately, both through the leg and at the waist, so that they can move that down firefighter. And we're doing it on the bay floor because it's the first time they're doing it. So we want to make sure that they have the technique down under the watchful instruction of Instructor Rigdon and Instructor Peeler. And then later today or next weekend when they meet again, they'll do another smoke and fire conditions to make sure that they've completed the objective fully and they have a full understanding of it. We're going to take a walk outside and kind of move to the car fire section, which we showed you yesterday out in Streeter. And some of the objectives and PECs that we work on are familiar and common to each site of the 4 sites we work in the state. But the leads, like Doug here and Colona, determine what PECs are going to get done based upon the way the students are performing, both in their clinical objectives, their didactic time, and then they tweak it to make sure that the students get what they need so that they can pass that state exam and become certified firefighters in the state of Illinois. So let's go outside. Thanks, guys. So the Colona Fire Protection District has 3 fire stations. They cover a large territory here in western Illinois, and they're part of Mavis 39. And Mavis is one of our sponsors of this event, along with the Illinois State Fire Marshal's Office. We continue to use assets, both from the State Fire Marshal and from Mavis, to make sure that we have air fill stations and things of that nature. We talked about it a little bit yesterday, where why would we teach basic new firefighters how to use a Mavis asset? Well, there's Mavis assets spread out all over the state of Illinois, and we want familiarity with those tools and that operation so that in times of need, when fire departments work together across jurisdictional lines, they can cooperate and provide a better service to the citizens they serve. So we're going to go ahead and get this car lit up. We're going to talk about basically just how to attack a car fire. The students have been waiting for us to get this done. So, and they'll have several rotations at this today. You can see that they have 2 lines ready to go, making sure water's flowing, and then we'll get in there and watch. I'm going to be quiet here for a minute and kind of let you take a look at what we're doing, You can also see on the back side of the prop that we have students working on removing civilians up and down stairs. So this is the Swan Britain prop here at Colona. And you can see that the props at every place that we stopped at yesterday and today are all a little bit different. But they all fulfill the objective of the NFPA requirements to get that basic operations certification. So, like I said earlier, if you're a fire chief and you're looking for free training in your region and you want to talk to the other chiefs, get a hold of us. Get a hold of Chief Tom Schubert at the Illinois Fire Service Institute. Google us, take a look at our online platform, fsi.illinois.edu, and we'll figure out how we can make that happen in conjunction with the Illinois State Fire Marshal that pays for this training. Now, as we talked about before, it costs about $4,500 to $5,000 to get this training complete. And there's no cost to any jurisdiction, any city, or any municipality that gets involved in this. So that's why it's so beneficial for students, governments, and fire protection districts. Hey, Doug, why don't you talk about what we're seeing here?
We're talking about we're doing car fire simulations. We took a car, basically we do it for training. We use pallets and straw. Teach the students the proper way to attack a car fire. And so we'll just rotate as this morning, the groups will just keep doing it. And it's important, these cars are all donated. It came yesterday from a shop here in the Quad Cities. So,
so you can see they're forcing the hood on that truck or car, open it up, get the water in there. They're talking to each other and communicating. And we all know that across the country, communication issues are huge in the fire service. So the ability to train live with live fire, which is what we believe in here, is crucial to getting things done. So let's take a look at who's operating here today. Hey guys, I know you can hear me, so give a wave to the camera. Let your friends and family know what you're doing, our instructors and our students today. We're gonna kind of head around back to the other side and check in at our last teaching station today. So walk with me and we'll take a walk to the other side. So we're moving to the other side of the prop here, where the actual BOF can is, that the State Fire Marshal helps provide us. The students are working on up and down the stairs here. We're just going to be quiet here so you can hear what's going on during the training. Hey Doug, how many bites of the apple do the students usually get at a scenario or a training regimen?
Several. It depends on what we're doing for the day. The amount of rotations we can do.
So we're working on getting stuff done so that they're proficient at whatever skill they're working on, right?
Correct.
Not just to check the box.
Correct.
So it might take multiple attempts, and that's why we were talking about earlier that we structure the hands-on training so that we're actually successful in those objectives, right? We're just not pencil whipping it.
That's correct. And if a student needs more time, we'll spend more time with them.
Yeah, that's what we should be doing, right? This is basic operations firefighter, basic skills, and if we set the training regimen correctly, they're going to be better firefighters for the rest of their career. You guys can wave. You don't have to pretend like you're robots. Wave home to your families, right? So all these guys are here for a long time. They started in January. They won't be done for a few more weeks. So they all have other jobs. Most of them are volunteers. They're not full-time firefighters yet or working towards that. So they give up time from their families, from their careers, to serve their municipality or where they live for free. Then that's why the Illinois State Fire Marshal, Matt Perez, and his team is so dedicated to providing this training at no cost to municipalities, fire protection districts, and governments all over the state of Illinois. So you can see the BOF can behind me, the American flag up today. Actually, the wind died down. It's still pretty cold here, about 20 degrees, but no 50-mile-an-hour wind today. We're going to jump in the car as soon as we get done here, and we're going to head to Centralia, Illinois, which is about 4.5 hours from here. And that'll be our last stop for today. And we'll kind of tidy up and talk about what we did all weekend at the Centralia stop. But we appreciate you joining us here live at the Illinois Fire Service Institute, so you can take a look at what it looks like to become a firefighter in the state of Illinois. The amount of time, the amount of structure, and the real certification that the state provides for these ladies and gentlemen. So we'll see you in Centralia in 4 hours. Have a great day.